Hi guys, Jonathan here, and surprise, this is the first voiceover that I'm recording for this channel, and I decided to do it in this episode of Lisbon Street Photography POV number 10, the famous number 10, because in this occasion, when I was filming this video, it was a bit windy and cloudy, and the clouds don't interfere with the sound usually, but it was windy, so it was difficult to talk, and it was difficult for you to understand what I was saying. I think I didn't even try, so yeah, it is what it is. So I decided to do this voiceover, and especially to shoot this video, this street photography POV, finally, because I was missing this format so much with my GX80 as usual, and my pinhole lens, that is basically a lens cap with a hole in the middle, but I already talked about it in another video. Probably I will link it here. So here, before, we were in front of the Mosteiro dos Jerônimos, that is one of the most iconic places in Belém, apart from the Belem Tower that we will see later. And here we are in the park, in front of this monastery of this priest, the Jerônimos, I don't know, don't ask me. And this mirror thing was really cool. I was undecided between saying good and cool. It was cool. And I noticed when zooming, when I was editing the pictures, that the lady was watching me through the mirror, so she noticed that I was taking a picture of her, but she didn't say anything, so that was good. And especially with this lens, here I am with Claudia taking a picture of us, and especially with this lens it's even hard to recognize people, so yeah, that would have been a problem. But still, it's good that people don't interfere with your street photography needs in general. And here I noticed this tree, and I don't know why it looked different from the other trees to me, but actually it's pretty similar to the rest of the trees. But at the same time, I really liked this. I liked it, and I wanted to experiment a bit, because with this kind of lenses it's all about experimenting, because in post you can actually push the colors a bit and shift them towards some gradations, some new gradations, but at the same time it's interesting because the result that you have, the original picture, you can modify something, you can edit, actually you can adjust, but still if it's wrong, it's wrong. In general, this this lens is interesting because of that, because if you have a good sense of composition, if you know how to manage the shapes of the objects, of the subjects and the objects that you have in front of you, it's good, and it provides interesting results. But if you don't, you can't take a banal normal picture with this lens. It's just useless in general. So here I was trying to take a picture of, I took several pictures actually of this kind of structure with these bricks and the holes in the middle. So yeah, it was interesting to me. In this kind of context, it reminded me of some kind of brutalism. For those of you who are interested in architecture, not that I am that interested in architecture, but I know about brutalism because probably because I read it on Instagram. But apart from Instagram, that is I don't know, this is the worst explanation ever of anything on earth. But apart from this, brutalism is pretty cool. I don't know, it's go check it out on Google. And here I am with Claudia again. She was waiting for me to end to finish this solo trip in the park, so that we could have moved on towards the Belem Tower. And this structure was interesting as well, like this Asian style house, let's say it like this, temple, I don't know, in this kind of context, in the woods, in the park. It was interesting, totally out of context, and it was interesting because of that. And here the flowers, I really like the bright colors, because another thing that you have to do, because if you shoot with a pinhole lens, is trying to get the best colors and the best contrast in general, because that's one thing that with this kind of lens really comes out a lot. As I said, composition and colors, because you can't even focus with this kind of lenses. If you didn't know, you can't focus because it's fixed as it is, and the aperture is that. And I think that is something like, I don't even know actually what kind of aperture is that. It's very limited anyway, so that everything is in focus and out of focus at the same time. And of course there is not the manual focus ring, so you guys just have to adapt and improvise and overcome, of course. And this one I really like it. As you can see, I took some pictures I actually took all the pictures in color, and then I post-processed them, some in color and some in black and white. And yeah, from this bridge there was quite an interesting view actually, and especially like this, the vertical one with the greens and the purples and stuff. And here we were with all the people just walking around and taking picture of the harbor, yeah. And yeah, that was basically it. Here I really like this couple walking down towards the bridge. Here I am with Claudia again, she's leading me towards the Tower of Belem. And I like these two guys running too, because I don't know, as I said before, with this kind of lenses, you have to search for the most interesting stuff in general, and the most interesting compositions, because if you, as I said, I don't want to repeat myself, but it's important to understand that with a normal lens you can actually take a normal picture, a banal picture, and it will, I don't know, it may look good, it may not look good, based on your sense of composition, on your sense of shapes in general. And here I told Claudia to step back because I had to take a picture, but I didn't actually like the picture that I took, so I just move on. But apart from that, as I was saying, you need to have a strong sense of composition to shoot with this kind of lenses, because if not, the pictures will not look that interesting. I don't know. It's something that you have to experiment if you never tried the pinhole lenses, or just body caps with a hole in the middle. That is basically a pinhole lens. And here this one have the sign with the writing, yeah, because for those who are wondering, this is the Belem Tower, the Torre de Belem. And yeah, that was it basically. Yeah, this kid was running, and I don't know, I always find the kids running like this always funny, because they do it like that without a real reason, just because, you know, they run like this guy basically. And it's interesting when you see something in nature that is still pure and genuine. Yeah, this is one of my favorite pictures totally from this video. And yeah, I was saying, when you see something that is actually genuine and pure, as kids are, basically, it's interesting, because in this artificial and mechanical world, in this technological world, it's not easy to find something like this, to find pure stuff. And this I really liked as well, with the reflection of the chairs and the red neon inside. I tried to capture it, but with these kind of lenses you just get you know, some sort of shadow of what the objects in front of you really are, so it's a bit tricky to even identify what you have in front of you. And this one was cool, with the 25th of April bridge and stuff. And this big structure in front of us, this big statue, is the Padrao dos Descobrimentos. that is basically the statue of the discoveries, and it's a statue for like to represent all the discoveries made by Portuguese in the 15th century, the 16th century, and yeah, with this brief history lesson, I'm just saying goodbye, guys, with Claudia. Bye, and thanks for watching.